Uy, gagi si Mtashed. I watched this guy. Kasi masyado siyang, yung expressive
The
nga.
Genshin.
Yeah. Let's argue with Mtash.
Napasarap ang kain. Baka magka-heartburn and indigestion.
Stream
Take
mo yun sa
Gaviscon
Discord.
Double Action with Triple Power Relief. It's
Ha?
Gamers.
Stream ko para sabay, no?
Oo.
Ito siyang gusto ko kasi magsalita kasi hindi siya bias. Hindi siya this character is the best! Lahat na lang, this character is the best. Tang inang yan. Kasi sabi niya talaga pag if you're wasting your money, ganyan ba? Kasi hindi meta. Gagi, saan yung mukha ko? Baka mag-ano kami.
What is going on? I'm going to give you the most hinged reaction to 4.5. All right, let's just get into it. We've got a brand new Geo character, and for me, she doesn't change anything.
Gusto ko pizza.
She's not a
Di ba?
game-changing
Mukhang may
unit in
tinapay
my
dito.
opinion. She's kind of like Geo Kaching in a way. She's got a new mechanic where you can actually swap to a different character in the middle of her animation, and I mean, she looks cool. Also, I'm turning weird because the green screen. She looks cool. But she is Geo, and I just don't love Geo reactions. They're pretty boring or non-existent, and so this one is for me like an insta-skip, like not even interested whatsoever. Looking at her
Insta-skip?
passives and looking at her kit, she doesn't really bring anything to the game that's like a must or that interesting in my opinion. Navia was way cooler in my opinion. This is
Yeah.
a for sure skip for me, especially with the other banners that are coming. The only thing that's different is she has attack and defense scaling. So if you have some trash artifacts
Defense
that roll
scaling
different
na
stats,
attack?
hypothetically,
Hello?
it'll work.
Albedo.
But I don't love that. I just don't love that. Do you go attack? Do you go defense? Do they scale evenly? I'd have to look into it. But for me, not that interested. However, when a Geo construct exists or is created nearby, she will summon an additional tomato, which is fine, and she gets a Geo damage bonus. But I just don't think it's that amazing. Like maybe her plus Zhongli is like passable, but I'm not gonna recommend her. As for the patch, it's a lot of just like mini games and things, but I think the most important thing to discuss, because we always know about the mini games, is actually the banners. Because for a lot of players, whether you're new or you're returning, these are important. So
My
for
boy,
me,
it's
as someone who
so...
built Arataki Ito, invested into him, he is pretty fun, good unga bunga value. But one thing I noticed with any sort of Geo DPS is, in a lot of cases, you want to run almost a mono Geo team to get a lot of the benefits because of defense scaling or whatever it might be. But if you're doing that, then sometimes you're dealing with shields, and you can't deal with the shields the way you need. And I just feel like there are certain situations where mono Geo or Geo DPS units just don't feel as good.
Thank you
They
for
don't feel
following
like,
Barb.
I've unlocked a piece here
Hindi
that
ko nahabol yung
that's
name,
just
sorry.
going to be perfect. When you use a particular element that can deal with the shields, can deal with a certain boss mechanic, it feels like, oh yeah, this is the counter pick. Geo just feels like, unga bunga, go in there and win, and I'm probably not optimal. It's hard for me to recommend either of them.
Half-lengthwise,
Even though I
gagi.
like Artog Ito and I think he's fun, it's
Half-lengthwise.
hard to recommend
One
them
port,
because-
ma'am. Bakit half-lengthwise ka?
Especially when you've got someone like Novelette that has power crept 90% of DPS units. He's so dumb. Because of AoE
For
and
real,
just range
bro.
and
He's
just
so
overall
dumb.
damage output. He's such a
Barbie
good unit.
Gotilio,
I don't even
hello.
have him on my account. And you don't
Magandang
need him
gabi
to clear
sa'yo,
content
Barbie
and clear
Gotilio.
easily. But he is crazy. So if you're going to get a DPS unit, it's hard to not recommend Nivelette over a lot of different people. And then Kazuha is also a insanely good support. He shreds their elemental resistances. He boosts your elemental damage. He's animo.
Kazuha is a
Very, very
no-brainer,
He's
bro.
fun to play. He is one of the best units in the game for value on your account. Would recommend them over pretty much anyone in the game. So there's my take on it. As for this one, see, this is an interesting one because some people are raging about this. Some people are super excited about this. I think it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't think that this is that deep. You can choose a character, and if you don't get the character, you can still lose the 50-50 and get some other characters. But hypothetically, depending on the exact people that are on here, for newer players, there may be a situation where this is just as good as a regular banner where they just have a choice. But
Pag nag-iba na yung
I
banner,
don't think
marireset
that
yung
the
bitin.
value is actually
Oh.
in the 5-star characters. It's
Bayan.
more if you were
Cab.
wanting to get weapons. Because with the weapons, it just seems like an upgrade over the normal standard banner. If you're hunting down a particular weapon. So I'm going to give you an example. If you had Kokomi's Donut and then Ayaka's Mist-Splitter. One weapon, dog trash, you don't want to get it.
Dog trash.
Or you could lose
Dog trash.
50-50 and
Ang
don't
ayos
either
ang
way.
Oo
wording
naman
dun,
eh.
You could get the weapon.
Tama na naman eh.
And you can miss 2 times.
Anong weapon daw yun?
And then you get the weapon you
Weapon
want
ni
on the
Kokomi.
regular banner. On this one, you only miss 1
Ay,
time.
Nobits, ang gandang hapon.
And then you
Gandang
get the
hapon
one
din.
weapon you want. So
Gandang hapon,
hypothetically,
Kel.
mathematically,
Ganda nga po.
this banner is better for weapons. As long as you can choose the
Wala.
particular
Genshin
weapon you
free
want, and
5 stars
only
not
the
gonna
player
happen,
will.
my guy.
Normal weapon
Sa Star
banner,
Rail
if
lang
you
yun.
somehow hit either
Really?
one and you want both.
Sa
like, that's
Genshin,
cool,
managinip
but
na lang
I
tayong
don't
lahat.
know. I don't think I'm going to
Dream on, bro, dream
I
on.
don't think I would recommend most people do it unless they have a very clear path of what they want. And do not pull on them unless you have enough to get all the way to pity.
Yes, bro.
Banner,
Yeah, don't
with the
pull.
weapon, it will like waste your
Unless
not
you're
your pity.
you're
but
dying
if
for
you, if you didn't
consti
get the
or
weapon you wanted, you have a limited amount of time to
Uy,
then
Dilok.
pull the weapon you
Gagi.
did
Gusto ko
want.
kunin
And
yung
so
Dilok.
if you are low on
May
wishes,
WGS
you are
ako
just
eh.
throwing your currency away. So I don't think it's that deep. I don't think I'll use it. Like it just gives newer players an opportunity to pick up units.
Yeah, pang new
From the
player lang
past,
man
it might be
talaga.
good, but honestly, you know, as I said before, with power creep, there's some units that
You
I
know,
would just
kay
never
Nubilet
recommend
ka
you
na
get
lang
anymore
mag-pull.
because they're
Ulit
trash
na lang,
in
malakas
comparison
naman
to some
yan,
of the
grabe.
newer
Nubilet or
units.
Kazuha,
And
gagi.
also because
Yung
control is
best,
so
yung
overpowered in
best
this
pa
game.
yan sa
It's
Yan
game.
o, yan ang 2 best sa
Kaya
game.
wala ka.
Guys,
with, like,
please, kung baguhan kayo sa
Genjo and
Genshin,
and, like, it's just
magkasama yung
very
2
hard for
best
me to get
character
excited
sa
anymore.
Genshin.
Every character that comes out, I'm like, I don't care.
Kazuha, pwede ako mag-pull.
Nung pwede.
As
Mag-pull ka
for
talaga.
the
Putik.
minigames, like it's minigames.
Maganda
The
rin
one
kasi
thing I'll
Novelet.
say is
I
I
mean,
looked up leaks of this.
so
Wala,
medyo
maganda
hard
lang tingnan yung
mag-pull
damage,
and,
pero kung gusto mo matapos yung Abyss, Kazuha
I
talaga.
think it could
Putik.
be passable. For a
mag-pull
healer.
ako,
That's
sakto
all I'm gonna say.
1.7 ang naipon ko.
An HP scaling
Hindi
healer
mo
maybe
matapos ang
would
ano,
benefit, who needs a little bit of energy here and there.
Abyss ang
ang
walang,
Abyss ng
For a
Nubilet,
new
ng
player,
Nubilet
maybe it
lang,
opens up a
gagi.
door.
wala kang crowd
I don't think
control
it's the
na
worst
ano.
thing ever. I really don't think it's the worst thing, but it's
Hindi
definitely
kasi yung ano niya
focused on
rin,
HP
kahit
scaling
yung
and
sa...
healing.
Mahaba yung
Is what it is.
yung ano, yung tubig niya.
There's like
Ba-
a little festival thing, a little story.
Kahit di na
kailangan
Some
ng
beta,
animo
we got some
unit.
Lisa, and then there's a bunch of
Hindi yung
Mm.
swirl
videos.
kasi, yung swirl kasi ng animo.
Feline Fortress.
Oo nga.
Cannot wait for that. We get to make a comfy place for our cats.
Sarcasm.
You know what I mean? You know what I think? Do I have to say it? Come on. Oh my god, thank god I can pet my cat and then
TCG din, gago. Sarcasm din yun. He hates that.
Oh my god, they added
Kaya ko
Novelet and the
natutunan i-hate ang
TCG.
TCG dahil sa kanya,
Oh my
gago.
friggin' goodness. Oh my friggin' goodness.
Think
This
kasi
is
Irumi
friggin'
naglalaro
amazing.
TCG.
Also, oh my god, I think that's more. I think that Genius.
Oh my god, that's
more
boring.
Genius Invocation events.
Ito, ano to?
Anyway.
Ilang mga ano,
Um,
mga updates talaga.
Oh, pinball. Oh yeah.
Walang events,
Boys,
walang story
boys.
quest.
First time to,
I'll
ganito na
see you in
game.
Natlin. Like I want to play
Natlan na
Natlin.
lang talaga siya maglaro.
Ayun, Genshin pa yung ad.
The sweet boy.
I want to see what happens in the story, but oh my, it's just hard to want to even log in, man. I hate that.
Natatamad na rin
hate
si
that, but
Mtashed.
it is what it is.
Tagal
Now
naman yan
let's
siya hindi
talk about something
nag-log in.
else that's going around. The developer discussion, okay? They always do these developer discussions. They're like, we're listening to the community. We're zoning in on what the community thinks. Let's fix some things. Let's see what they did this
Up,
time.
bro.
They added a guide for you to figure out where materials are
Sobrang
in the
sarcastic.
game to level up your characters, and they made little guides to say, hey, your weapon's doing good, but your artifacts are trash, and so are your talents. Honestly, what is one of my most viewed videos? Mtash, how to do 10x more damage.
Hello, Rio, still new.
Alright, this is one of my most viewed videos.
Rio,
How many
still
views
new.
does this have?
Magandang hapon,
How many
kaibigan.
views is this? 4.7 million views. Because a lot of people don't understand how to level up their characters, ascend their like. You unlock skill level ups and ascensions at different times. Like, I understand people get confused.
Makinig
And
ka no,
so
Bits.
I don't think this is a bad feature. It's just a niche feature, especially because it only really pertains to new players that are coming. And maybe there's a lot of new players that are coming to the game. But for anyone who's a veteran, this
Hindi
is
man,
just something
nagets
that's
ko yun.
like, who
Nagets
cares?
ko ang ano.
They give
Nagets mo? Sige nga, sige nga, sige nga. Put it into...
Wecken?
Sige nga, kung nagets mo.
Ang ina.
Ano?
yan,
Ako hindi ko
Scroll up
nagets.
mo nga. Ay, ba't ako pinag-explain nyo?
Tingnan mo,
Bobo.
potang.
Oh,
Inang
weapon
yan.
ikaw nga,
Gets niya nga.
Ikaw
But
gets daw.
Magets ko siya sa utak ko, pero
I just
di ko
hope
siya
they're
ma-interpret
actually
na
accurate,
maayos.
because not putting thrilling tales on here for Barbara is just like
Galing
brain
talaga.
Why wouldn't you at least recommend that? Because I
Agnes.
guarantee it has a huge usage rate, way more than Prototype Amber. Maybe it doesn't, but anyways, I don't think that this is a bad feature. I just think that it's a niche feature that's like not going to be used by a lot of people other than new people.
Yeah.
And it's just
Basta
like
meron lang.
it just seems like one
Tama.
of these things that they're putting a lot
It's a
of dev
feature
time
na,
into
yeah, it's there,
that
but...
no one is really asking for.
Yeah,
Some of it
yan,
is like
ganun nga.
quality
No
of
one's
life
really
stuff.
asking
Show
for
me
it.
what stuff I have for my next ascension when I hit that level.
Yung
Like, I
artifact
think that's a
talaga,
bad thing.
na ano,
But there's a lot of people here that are like,
diretso suot.
why are you treating us like babies? It's always new player this, new player that. What about old and dedicated players? Like, I think people are just tilted. Are the devs treating players like babies, holding their hand like we can't figure out all of this on our own? Here's the thing, though, is you have a comment like this from Lola Bunny. Or, you could just not use it.
Kaya nga, huwag mo na lang
They
gamitin.
don't understand that dev time is used creating these features instead of creating new content or a new boss or a new thing. Well, just don't
Yeah.
use it. It's like, okay, but they made it instead of making content for us to play. So can you see how that's a problem? Well, just don't play the TCG. Many of us aren't. But they still have been doing patch after patch after
Kaya nga,
patch of TCG
Ano ba
updates
yan?
with no new abyss floors or no things to fight
Oh,
or
yung
no
abyss,
roguelike
puta.
system or no activity to
Ulit-ulit na
do
lang.
or no boss to fight. Do you understand
Yun lang mas
how
ko kayang
just
gawin.
don't play it doesn't change the fact that they have not added or innovated on this game in years. So once again, another patch comes, another patch goes. I understand I sound tilted because this was my favorite game, and once again, they haven't done anything to bring me back. So I will let you know in 4.6
Sabi ni
if something
Kukoshi-
changes. I don't know why
Kukoshi,
my
bro.
frame rate is so messed up on this
prepare ang
camera.
mga tao
I'll
for
gotta look
future...
at that.
Bro, it's not gonna happen.
Future
If there's
combat
something to do,
content.
I'll play it, and
Yes.
I'll
Not
let you
gonna
know.
happen.
Until
Yan.
then,
It's not gonna happen.
I'll keep
Ain't
playing
happening,
HSR,
bro.
maybe Wuthering Waves, maybe
So,
I
ano na
don't
something
know.
different ba sa
I'll
Genshin?
make videos about my soup tier list because
Soup
I just
tier
think that
list.
that's more entertaining at this point. So.
So, sobrang boring ng
Girl boys
Genshin.
and
So,
ladies
tier
and
list na lang yung
gentlemen,
gagawin.
dogs and cats, non-binary, and
Di ba maraming sabaw sa Genshin?
Oo, puta. Mas marami pong pagkain
Wala,
dyan.
it's not gonna happen. Wala na.
When
Yun
you
yung
get your
endgame.
next
The
big
abyss.
idea,
Abyss na. Yun na yung
say,
endgame ng
sparkly ketchup.
Genshin.
Grammarly's
Huwag na
told
kayong
that
umasa, gagi. Nag-build tayo ng mga strong character para sa TCG.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Nag-build tayo ng mga characters para sa TCG, guys.
Kahit man lang dagdagan nila ng floors konti sa sa Abyss, maayos na.
Hindi, di ba na ano na yan nila? Na pag-usapan na yan? Kasi nga,
Oo, di man lang tinuloy.
hindi. Alam mo yung dahilan nila?
Ano?
Kasi ano daw, nakaka-stress daw.
Ayun nga lang yung content sa Genshin eh.
Di ba? Narinig mo yan, Kel? Sabi
Oo,
nila,
narinig ko yun.
hindi nila pahirapan kasi nakaka-stress. Bro.